There was a time when a full-time job meant security. It meant paying rent, covering bills, saving a little, and believing tomorrow would be better for millions of Americans. That promise no longer exists. People wake up early, work all day, follow the rules, and still struggle just to survive. And the most painful part is realizing that hard work alone is no longer enough. Across the country, people clock in for 40 hours a week, sometimes more, and yet feel constantly behind. Paychecks come in and disappear almost instantly. Rent, utilities, groceries, gas, insurance, and debt take everything before there is time to breathe. The job is full-time, but stability is part-time at best. This is not about laziness or lack of ambition. Americans are working harder than ever. Many take overtime, second jobs, weekend shifts, side gigs, and freelance work just to stay afloat. Workdays are longer, breaks are shorter, and exhaustion is normal, yet the pressure never lifts. Wages have not kept up with reality. While the cost of living continues to rise, housing prices climb faster than salaries, groceries cost more every month, healthcare eats away at income, and transportation costs are unavoidable. Even small price increases stack up and slowly crush budgets. Rent alone has changed everything. People spend more than half their income just to keep a roof over their heads. Families move farther from work to find affordable housing, adding long commutes and higher transportation costs. Homeownership feels impossible for younger generations, and even renting feels unstable. Healthcare adds another layer of fear. A full-time job may provide insurance, but it rarely means protection. Deductibles are high, coverage is limited, and surprise bills are common. People avoid doctors, delay treatment, and live with pain because getting sick can destroy their finances in an instant. Debt fills the gap. Credit cards, student loans, personal loans, and buy now, pay later plans become survival tools, not luxuries. Interest grows, balances never seem to shrink, and minimum payments trap people in a cycle that feels impossible to escape. Debt follows them to work, home, and sleep. The emotional toll is heavy. Constant stress, anxiety, and burnout become part of daily life. People feel guilty for resting and ashamed for struggling. They wonder what they are doing wrong, even when they are doing everything right. The system makes people feel like failures. Parents work full-time and still worry about feeding their children. Young adults delay marriage, children, and life milestones because stability feels out of reach. Older workers delay retirement because savings are not enough, and healthcare costs are unpredictable. Full-time work no longer guarantees a future. Even professionals with degrees and experience feel the pressure. Teachers, nurses, office workers, service employees all feel the squeeze. Jobs that once represented stability now barely cover essentials. Promotions feel meaningless when costs rise faster than income. The idea of the American dream was built on the promise that effort would be rewarded, that working full-time would lead to stability and progress. But today, many Americans feel stuck, running in place, working harder just to stay where they are. This reality changes how people live. They skip vacations, avoid emergencies, and fear unexpected expenses. A flat tire, a broken appliance, a medical issue can turn life upside down. Financial security feels fragile and temporary. What makes this crisis dangerous is how normalized it has become. Struggling while working full-time is no longer shocking. It is expected. People accept stress as part of life, and silence replaces outrage because everyone around them is struggling too. This is not an individual failure, it is a structural problem. When full-time work cannot support basic living costs, the system is broken, and the longer this reality is ignored, the more people will lose hope. Why? Full-time jobs no longer guarantee stability in America is not a mystery. It is the result of rising costs, stagnant wages, debt dependence, and a system that demands more while giving less. And until that changes, millions of Americans will continue working hard and falling behind. This is the truth behind the smiles, behind the hustle, and behind the idea of success in America. A full-time job is no longer a promise of stability. It is simply a requirement to survive.